Hey guys, this is Two Guys, One Cup, and it's Patrick and James. And now we've got Bird here and Jamie, and he's going to join us. Today we're going to talk about states. I missed injury, couldn't get out of work, but we're going to start with Bird talking about his experience and left and right, and it's pretty fucking great. We're super proud of him. And then James as well, super proud of his ass because he went up against top-ass dogs, so
pretty awesome.
All right, Bird, your experience.
My experience, it was a good time. There was a lot of competition there. I won the 0 to 165 class, left-handed. Right-handed, I got second. There was some top dogs there. Maine, New Hampshire guys. There was New York guys, there was Massachusetts guys,
Canadians.
Yeah, there's some Canadians there. It was actually a really good time. They had amateurs this year for the first time, which I was actually surprised about. I didn't know that was going to be a thing this year, which awesome to Bill and them. Vermont Power held this, which is another arm wrestling crew in the state of Vermont. They do an awesome job. They're a good group of guys. But no, my experience at States was good time. Had some really good matches, some tough matches, some easier matches, I should say, other than tough matches. But I mean, they had the classes were pretty good.
So you had a guy, there was a guy, the dude with the beard and the backwards hat. I can't remember his name. I think he comes up from New York, right?
Okay, yep.
You always have a hard time with him. What was the difference in your left hand this year?
Probably
because it was Addison. He beat you in Addison.
Yeah. It was probably the training, the difference in the training, plus the super matches. We've been training for super matches. We've been doing super matches. I had a super match a little while back with Jordan Maskell. Which you guys talked about in one of your guys' podcasts here.
Which Bird killed him left, except for that one freaking flash match.
Got me on the right, yeah.
Yeah, got him on the right.
But yeah, States was really good.
I think you're forgetting to mention that you pulled in the 0 to 155 as well.
I did pull two classes.
You pulled Jeremy, which is...
I did pull two classes. I didn't really want to speak up about that, but whatever. I'll go with that, yeah. I ended up pulling two classes at States. I did the 0 to 154, and then I also did the 0 to 165 class, back to back, actually. So there was a few times where I was actually going from one table to the next. But that was more for test the stamina, and basically test everything. And no, yeah, I pulled a very good opponent, my very first match. And he actually beat me. We got in a really good hook match.
Who is that? Which guy was
Jeremy,
that?
I'm gonna mess your name up, dude. Jeremy M.
Jeremy, is he the one that shaved?
I know your name's Jeremy. I know that.
He's a badass hooker.
No, he's
top dog around.
He's definitely one of the top dogs around for sure.
He won Maine States, I believe.
The other old boy that ended up getting me, also in that class, who is a very dominant, very powerful arm wrestler. Around same thing. Who's a New York arm wrestler, Chris Michaels.
Yep.
I believe he's the one who won it.
That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, they ended up for first and second at the end anyway, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They took he took
Jeremy Messervy.
Okay, and
we're probably Messervy.
Sorry. Like I said, I don't want to mess up the name, but
he's badass. We're giving him compliments.
Definitely badass guys. Definitely badass guys. About lots of good opponents there. Like I said, I'm not knocking any one of the opponents that were there. They were all good guys. It was a good time.
Who'd you end up pulling in overall?
Well,
I think
left-handed and right-handed. They did left-handed and right-handed overalls. I didn't make the right-handed one. I did make the left-handed. Yep. Which I ended up in the end pulling the monster of all monsters, the guy who took it all.
Eric Preston.
Yeah, he just
impressive.
Huge.
Just a beast.
Guy, I mean, his hand was probably bigger around my head. Like,
He just top rolled everyone, didn't he?
Wow. See, I don't even think it mattered.
I think
he manhandled
everybody. Just
go through him that way.
yeah, it was insane.
Let's see. Everyone we know normally gets beat by Sean Weber.
Yeah,
And he slammed Sean
he
Weber.
put Sean down really, really with ease too.
Right, him and Nick Stone.
yeah.
So Nick Stone did the same thing to Weber. And when I saw that, I was like, you know who Nick Stone is?
Yep.
So when I saw it, I was like, man, I wonder how him and Nick would do
Differently,
against each
like
other.
it shows you right
Yeah.
there that okay, that's the next step up, or at least the next, you know.
Right, and then you see what Heidelberg did to Nick Stone, and it's like there's another level.
Another level, like
And
oh
then,
boy.
and then Heidelberg is like
Yeah.
on this level where like there's another one, and then there's like Devin and those guys. So there's we're levels and levels away.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting
But-
there. I
but-
feel we're getting there. Like,
but-
we
but
may
then-
not be at their guys' levels yet,
Yeah.
but hey, we're climbing there.
Right.
We got to. Everybody's got to start from somewhere. I feel.
Well, I think we're doing pretty good because then like you watch the East versus West, and I know we're just kind of randomly talking about, so we usually have like more set. But you watch the East versus West and how you guys did against these guys in states, and these guys are pulling these Keystone tournaments, and
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
dude, the guys that you're pulling Keystone tournaments are getting first, second, third in the Keystone tournaments, and then you're putting up matches against these guys and even beating them,
Yeah.
you know, left-handed. So it's
yeah,
like,
I think the sites this year definitely, like the brother here says, is probably nationals for sure. Just trying to do a nationals and go to a nationals and see where it's at. as
or
far as
New
for that.
England's.
Or New England. Or even,
And without a
you know.
doubt, in my mind, Burdock should clear with the right training and the right mindset. Clears nationals this year.
I
In all
think that.
seriousness.
I think New England
With no smoke.
you'd kill at New England. So it's
That's kind of the goal for this year. That's what we're gonna go
Yeah.
for. You know, That's
September
what we're
23rd.
working, Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be
September.
down there, but I think I can pull right, and then I gotta go to a concert.
Hey, yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, it's pretty badass. It's all
You?
pretty badass.
So Mr. Supermatch / States.
I've been
You
having
were there. You were there with
okay.
me. This is, you
Let,
know,
let's talk about.
let's get
I've been
this
having a
out
rough
here.
go.
Let's talk about the super match. Let's talk about the call out, the
Yeah.
crazy call, and then the super match if we can do
Right.
that. Because so Garrett Given calls out James, and has been like just completely messing with him for I don't know. It's been 2-3 months. Because then he's like talking crap behind your back, and there was a lot of weirdness. So
Been
then
a little bit of arm wrestling practice.
there's been a
where we
little bit of arm
practiced with him
wrestling
a little bit.
practice where he gets his lane, and you know we're tiring each other out, and then people are coming and just smashing, and it's just and then I don't know. There's been a lot of
So,
smack
but
talking.
to your experience, of, I mean, we could pull the video. I got the video.
Yeah, we got the
Yeah,
video.
we totally
Yeah,
got a
we
video.
I think a lesson to be learned before we get too far into it is if you go to a practice thinking that the whole goal is just to beat everyone, you're not actually learning, and it's not the same. If you win at a practice, I don't give a shit because the guy at a tournament could show up and he's a completely different puller.
Well, it's there's
I feel you.
speed. There's
Yeah.
speed
Yeah,
in
there's
there
totally
that
different
you're not using.
Factors
You're
that
not.
people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're not using speed in
Practice
practice.
pulling
most of you
a little
can
different.
agree with me is I'm probably the guy that gets beat the most at practice. Like,
I don't know, but I'm probably
pretty-
the guy that gets
Well,
beat
no,
the
I'm
most
saying
in
I'll
practice.
compromise
Yeah.
myself. I
Depends
feel
on how we
pretty
want to
good.
look
I'm
at
a
that,
pretty-
guys. But yeah,
I'm a generous
Yeah, well,
lover on the table.
we'll go
I'd like to
with,
consider myself. At practice, I'm a generous lover.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
well, I was supposed to have 2 super matches at States, right?
Mhm.
I was
Well,
supposed
two arms.
Two
with
people
the
were
same
called
guy.
out. 2 people accepted. Right, but they decided that.
Wait, what? You got called out by 2 people?
So
Well,
let me.
he-
So I
No,
didn't.
no,
I didn't
no,
hear
no,
about-
no.
on the
wait,
last
yeah.
podcast,
Sorry.
I
Should've
called
brought
out
that up.
Yusuf,
Yeah.
Mm.
and then Yusuf wrote back on
So
my
he's like, "Hey,
birthday
let's do
on my
it."
wall
That
saying
you're a
that he was going to
misogynist?
beat my misogynist ass. So I was
Yes.
like, at States, we'll settle it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of did it to be rude to Garrett because I'd be like, well, how funny would it be? And he thinks he's going to have a super match against me, and I'm going to accept another one on the same day and still
So-
pull in the tournament.
That's
So,
right. We did.
No
talk
offense,
about
but the Travis Basin Jr. of the team here
that. It was pretty great.
So they decided, Bill Sinks decided that I wouldn't be able to do 2 super matches against his man, Garrett Given,
plus the
plus
tournament.
the Yusuf from down in Mass.
Yeah.
So I just got to pull Garrett. It was supposed to be best of 6.
Yeah, they
Both
decided
arms.
best of 6 for some reason.
And we pulled right 3 times. I don't talk about how it went, but like cream cheese on a bagel, smooth.
You got. I mean, the whole point is to talk about how it went.
I was
so
gonna
please,
say the whole point of
please
this. is for you to,
explain.
I
how
guess
it went.
if it would be
Let's talk about
complete-
what got finished and what didn't get finished.
well, neither match, right or left, went all 6 rounds. It was complete dominance throughout, in my opinion. I came up more confident,
Definitely dominated.
and I could just see it. So it was 1, 2, 3. I'm done right. Left, which is I think my better hand for some stupid reason, which I'm right-handed. 1, and he quit. So it was a smooth sailing day for a super match. So I won my super match before the tournament started.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to pull in amateurs because that's where I feel I'm at. Bill Sinks made me pull,
And nobody thinks that except him.
and then Bill Sinks put me in pro.
Oh
yeah, you only been pulling 10 years. Yeah, you should be in an
You should
amateur.
be in
Yeah,
amateur.
but it's like if I want to talk like everyone else, I'm only pulling serious for 2.
That's not true at all either. You've been pulling tournaments for a lot longer. I've
Okay,
seen
but hold on,
videos.
hold on. Who's the kid that told me, oh, I won states when?
Won
I was
states when I was
16,
15.
And how old are you?
25.
It's
Okay,
10 years.
That's 10 years, man. Sorry.
All right.
You're
So-
a state champion and you should be pulling pros.
Well, that's
Yep.
the funny thing is Sean Weber brought that up. He's like, dude, I found the video the other day of you
Just
beating me
saying.
when I first met you. I'm like, that's what happens when one guy trains and one guy just chills.
So,
So-
you did get, and you told me you tore
Yeah, I tore a tendon. That put me
tendons,
back
so
a year and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Plus injuries. Yeah.
so it was left 198 pro, my first pro comp.
Yeah.
I pulled Sean Weber first round. I denied the top roll, which made me feel very good. But he still fucking.
His hook.
Hooked my ass.
Everything.
But then I had something to prove, and then I ran my mouth, and that. Was
So
weird.
you
was the
ran.
best.
The great thing is you got beat your first match, and then you ran all the way back up the B side, and came back around. Like,
But they did me dirty.
but
They made me
Did
pull.
they?
I never stopped pulling.
well, let's.
I
Just,
talked.
Yeah,
I
but-
was talking shit,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and
set
the
yourself
operation
up
of
for
the
that.
tournament was not pleased with my shit talking. So after I beat one guy,
They
instead of me
were.
leaving the table, they just kept bringing more guys up. Which, no disrespect to the other dudes. And then I called out Sean Weber again.
well, that was for the first place.
Yeah,
wasn't
for
it?
first
Yeah.
place. And I was like, well, might as well fucking send it now.
Yeah.
My parachute
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
open.
No.
It happens.
I fell.
You know,
happens.
Sean's very containing,
He's,
and he's very fast, and he's got a very
He's got that- I
strong
was gonna
hit.
say, he's got that hit.
It's that hit that's just insane. So
Well, one day.
one day,
I'm going to
Close.
knock on
It's-
that door.
yeah.
I mean,
gonna say,
he's
it's not
18 years older than
too far,
you.
you
So
know.
yeah,
Too much farther away.
Oh, yeah. By the time I'm 35, dude. I mean, Devin Lair will probably be like 80, so I can
well,
definitely beat him.
what about your right hand? How'd your right hand go?
Right hand, I placed
Oh.
4th, unfortunately. But I think I beat like 3 or 4 guys, so I wasn't mad.
Yeah,
Again, I got beat by the guy from that won first, Sean Weber, and I got beat by the guy, Jeff Darrow, that won second. So
Yeah.
it's not like I got beat by nobodies. I got beat by the guys that placed.
Top guys, like both another
killers.
killer guys. Yeah.
But come nationals, when I come
Good
into
pullers,
novice
really good
class
pullers.
at 198, it's going to be a good day.
Well, this proves that you're not allowed to.
I'm
so
allowed
if
to
they,
pull
yeah,
novice.
I'm gonna play this footage for the refs. Be
Right.
Like,
They
hey
say,
guys,
look
look
at
at
this,
this.
guys.
Look at this guy. So we're gonna totally make
No
you pull
novice
pro.
guy here. Yep.
There's no novice.
I'm
guy.
not fucking pulling pro at my first nationals. That's bullshit.
Semi-pro.
Nah, maybe amateur.
So, I mean, yeah, and all in all, it was good. There was some weirdness, there was some drama, and there was some wins by both these dudes. I mean, Bird first and second, like holy shit.
Everybody,
So-
actually.
Thomas?
Thomas showed up. He
Thomas
was
got
there.
third and right, I
Thomas
think he said.
and then
yeah,
198
yeah.
pro.
He got he placed.
He
so
wasn't allowed to
we
play
all-
amateur.
No amateur there.
Well,
for that guy.
he knows better than that because he has placed already. He's won a novice in the tournament, and
Nationals, yeah.
New England's.
New England.
He won New England's left
Right.
and right. He placed, and then he against some. It was 200 and
That
up.
was
It was
insane.
insane.
Good dudes.
And then I don't know how he did left. Did he get like 4th, or did he? No, he said he sucked. He got beat twice on left.
I don't. Yeah. I
But
don't
Thomas
know
does
what
not
exactly
suck.
he got. No, he does not.
It's confidence.
Very good.
I came up with a new nickname for Thomas too, because he's really quiet, but like he's very tedious and smart on the table.
Mhm.
I think he's an assassin. I think the nickname for Thomas is the assassin, Thomas Didi.
Yes.
Thomas the Assassin.
The ass.
Boy. I was gonna say, wait till this comes out. Yeah.
All right, you know what I did want to bring up? Well, King of the Table. Let's talk a little bit about King of the Table, and then
Okay.
there's 3 matches. There's Angan and Coach Ray.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's Corey and Artem, which is I don't even know how to call it. And then
I
there's
know.
Devin and Dave Chafee, which still could be a toss up.
That's a good definitely weird. I don't know. What do you think? What's your guys' opinions? Go ahead.
Well,
What do you
James
guys
has
feel?
Lairdism. So,
Oh, so
he
he's all
only
Laird?
sees Laird
Okay.
winning. Like,
Alright.
even with the Gennady, I think I picked Gennady, or I said it was a toss-up for me, and you're like, there's no way.
Hey,
Devin
and if
Laird's
you
gonna-
want to run back what I
He's
said
great.
about
You
Devin
wanna
Laird
run back?
and the Gennady match, I called that match to a T.
Okay.
You totally said Devin was going to win.
I said Devin is going to catch him in the first round, and he's going to burn him, and he's going to taunt him.
But there was no burning Gennady. He has just as much stamina as Devin.
weren't
That's-
able
I don't
to
give a
do it.
shit what you say. If you got a guy over on this end of the pad and this guy's fighting,
But then
and
he
a
lifted
losing
his arm up.
Exactly. But in any other fucking set of rules, that is a losing position foul, which is a win.
No, they were in the middle. They were.
Bullshit. He was so deep.
He was over in
Gennady's hand was in fucking Devin's zipper.
Oh God.
He's-
Well,
he's
we're
made-
gonna find out in
Okay, but
October.
Anyway,
so.
let's get back to the 3 matches he just
All right,
actually
so
talked
let's
about.
let's start with
Let's- yeah.
Angan and Coach Ray.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
last time we seen Angan,
What's
oh,
your-
who was it? It was.
What's your opinion on that match as far as what
I
do you think?
I think looking back at all the stuff with Angan, his top roll is gonna. I think his top roll is gonna overtake the hook. I don't think
Okay.
that Coach Ray is gonna be able to contain
able
his
to
top
contain it?
roll in that hook, and he's gonna blast through him. Angan is one of the most dominant, fastest, maybe the best pound for pound arm wrestler ever to live. So it's hard to see it.
You're not,
if
not
do you have
agreeing
no
or something
idea?
like
I
you're
know,
kinda
I
like
know who
making this
Angan is,
weird
but you
look.
can't say he's the best pound for pound when legit John Brzenk went 25 years undefeated at 198 and beat every overall.
Yeah,
So,
but
like, you can't be-
Angan dominated from
He's
like
lower than
like
that.
lightweight
Yeah.
all the way up to like the
To the
not
198s
heavyweight.
where John Brzenk was chilling. at.
Right, but he.
So I'm not, but I'm saying your title that you gave him is wrong.
Well, I'm not the only one to say it.
Okay. So you're going with him.
With tournaments,
That's
sorry,
your
I would
your
say
call would be
Angan over Coach Ray. What would you say?
What was your?
I would
what's your
say Coach Ray will probably get beat the first 2, but it's going to be a 6-round thing. I think Coach Ray is going to slowly burn him out. Old age catches up to
Stamina,
everybody,
the
and I'm not
stamina.
trying to be rude,
call? Right.
but I think Angan's going to get over the top maybe a couple times, but on the 3rd time he might try it. Coach
Okay.
Ray's just going to suck him in, and we've seen Coach Ray come back, twice now?
Yeah, I have seen him. You see, that's where it's this for me personally. My call on this is on that match alone is a very hard one because of that. I've seen Coach Ray come back from some crazy matches where it's like, yeah, it's over. Where it's over for him. They just already counted him out. It's done, and he just come back for the win. But again, I have to agree a bit with Hat on this one. With Angan's, because
If his wrist holds
if
up,
he can, if he
Yeah,
can,
it's-
it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Coach Ray just because
He's a stud.
I like the guy. I like what he's about. I like what he's doing. I like all of it, but I don't know. It's a tough one.
I don't think it's gonna. Coach Ray's got nothing to lose.
It might not be a good day for Coach Ray.
I don't.
I
Think
might
it's-
be wrong on this one.
It depends on who shows up. It depends how dominant that top roll is.
I don't
But-
think it.
Exactly.
I
So
So
think.
what's
I
your
think the
score?
speed.
What's your score? You say
Oh, I
Angan?
think it's
I don't know the
6-0.
scores.
6-0.
I think
I think
Angan's
2-4.
I don't know.
Coach
about
Ray
scores.
gets
Yeah.
4,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
2-4. What do you think?
I just think Coach Ray is going to end up with it. As far as score, I don't know.
You mean moderate? You can say.
Yeah,
you say
I think
4-2.
You know, right, I think
yeah,
he's definitely
so-
going a comeback win, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to get it right off. I think it's going to be either a stamina effect or
Right.
maybe
It's like my favorite money
one of them
shot.
out of the blue wins comeback.
It's just tough because I don't think Angan needs stamina for this. He's so absolutely fast. Like he is
yes.
one of the fastest arm wrestlers I've
and
ever
that's
seen.
where
so.
if he can't catch
Yeah.
that or contain it or any, it's over.
Yeah.
And it'll be a sweep.
And that
It
was
could be a
that
sweep.
was one of the problems he had with Doug Ehrlich is he could not contain him and Doug blew through him, and I think Angan's better than Doug.
And that might
So
be the
it's-
issue.
yeah.
Right. Yep.
And
Agreed.
then
Agreed.
all right, so the next one would be Corey West
Ooh,
and Artem Morozov, which
ooh.
I've been watching so much on this.
Yeah.
I'm an Artem guy. I think Artem's probably the best. Both hands combined, I think he's going to be the best arm
Too
wrestler
much for
that
the big
we
guy.
maybe have
I'm
ever
sorry.
seen. Yeah.
I like Corey and all, but
They're
I
both
agree.
young.
Yeah, I know.
Artem's what,
I just-
24 years old, and he's from what he's gone to East
I root for
versus
the
West
American.
one
I root
now.
for Corey, but dang, man, I don't see it happening,
dude.
man.
Last time I rooted
I'm
for
sorry.
America, East versus West, we got fucking raped.
Yeah, he didn't win one.
No,
one.
I'm just saying
Not
I'm
one.
rooting for Corey just cause, but I don't know. I don't see it.
It's yeah.
What I've seen yeah.
The thing is with Corey's he's
But-
a phenomenal arm wrestler, and he's dropped below 400 pounds.
Right.
He's lost some weight.
Lost some weight. And
He's-
he's gained. So I don't know. Well, I mean,
I haven't seen any of them.
haven't-
He has been in one video since I've seen.
and I've only
he
seen
was
that last
born.
match, and by going off or not, it's like, yeah, he's but
And
the way-
you judge that one hard. You're like, who is this guy? Like,
Morzov?
no, when Corey West
When
went
Corey-
in, oh, who was it? It's not
Alex
Farouk.
Kardashian.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's the first time I ever saw
No,
Corey
it wasn't.
West.
It wasn't Farouk. Who the? Oh, what is the guy's
Alex
name?
Kardashian.
It wasn't Kardashian. That wasn't. No, we
That
saw
was the
him
first time I
East
saw
versus
him.
West. I'm talking about the last time.
Yeah, I knew who he was at that time. But he
Is
pulled
it,
that
is it
Parrot.
Ferret? It's Ferret.
Yeah, oh, I call him
Yeah.
Parrot.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's Ferret or Ferret. Yeah, he was the last.
Sorry about your names.
And that,
Is this for left only?
Suck at me.
Yeah.
Is it
it's
number
left.
one?
It's for number one in the world left. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I
why.
mean, man. It's like
I think so. This is what I think is going to happen because we saw it with Alex Kardashian. Is I think Corey West will beat him the first couple times,
It's
He
possible.
but
might.
then
He
after
might.
that he's
Oh,
going to
yes.
get burnt out. I think
Artemis
he's
has the
losing
most
weight, and I
stamina of
support him
anybody.
for that. But I don't think he's
where
at
I'm
that
with
caliber.
That's where I'm at. With that.
That's why I
what
think
I'm
he
saying.
has
I
a-
think that's where he's got the
I think that
advantage on him.
Artem has
Yes.
the top roll and the hook to like either hand to beat.
If
LeVon.
he controls his hand and doesn't, if Corey can't get into a hook, it's over.
Corey
Corey's
West used to
all
hang
on.
out like David
Exactly.
No,
Goggins.
he is.
He can-
yeah.
he can do the other,
Verzink
but if
said
he
his
can't-
hand it needs to catch up. So
Exactly.
that's right.
I agree with that right there for sure. Just
But-
by what I'm seeing, anyway.
I think if Corey and
I've never
Verzink
pulled the
or
guy
Corey
personally,
and Todd Zilla went against each other, it'd be a
This
tough
is all
day.
just basically going by what we're seeing, what I've seen.
So.
What's up, homie?
And then the last one is Devin Larratt and
Dave Chafee.
Dave
Dave
Chafee.
Chafee.
Yeah, which I think Devin should take this. Dave's
Definitely
strong
a
as fuck.
Strong guy.
If he gets in Dave's lane, it's all over. But it's
There's a
I
big
don't
rumor around
I don't
Dave's
think
injured.
there is.
There
Yeah.
is. Dave is injured. He's fucked.
If
Dave hasn't taken a break
if
since
that is-
Vitaly.
if that's the truth, then yeah. But
I think
personally,
I think
I
the
just-
post is.
I don't
just
think he has
too much.
enough due to the fact that he's really only got the two moves.
Right.
Man.
You got the press now, which is
And
great
the
for
side
him,
pressure
but
sweep.
he's only got that right and that one other move, and it just
Well, he
Devin
does the
has
press.
come from, you know what I mean.
He's got the but it's getting.
Yeah,
And Devin
it's
does hate
two
the
moves,
press that we
but-
found so far.
That's what I'm saying. So it might be a closer match than Devin's gonna think because of that press move that
Yeah.
he has incorporated in now. But
right.
we'll definitely see a good. You know, it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a better match than the last match.
Oh
If
no!
he's not
I
injured.
think Devin's gonna
I
dominate this one.
I do. I really do.
I think the Ravaz.
I've been
match
drinking way too
should
much
be
maple
pretty
syrup to count him
equal.
out.
I don't think Dave's gonna win a match. So
And it's no shit on Dave. I love Dave as a puller. I just think Dave needs to take some time, heal up, and go back to the drawing board and train and get stronger.
figure out a couple other lanes. Or
It's not even figure out a lane. I
something.
think he just has been on the table too much, and he's had some really high class matches, and he's
Maybe.
hurt. I think
Maybe.
he needs
Could
that.
be.
He needs a cool down.
all right, well we're gonna get into practice. I'm gonna cook some fucking food for these guys, so we're gonna shut this down at this point. But yeah,
Appreciate being part of it, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
again and
Thanks for
again.
having the team captain.
Yeah.
That's right, our capitana. He's our. This is the gangster right here. He's
So-
the guy who beats my ass every time.
Eats my ass.
How about that?
Every time.
Yeah.
So 2 guys, 1 cup on James.
I'm Patrick.
You wanna
and then
get
we
on
got
this
Bert.
cup then?
Oh, look at that.
Get on top of that. Thank you for watching.